Welcome back to our channel. You know old is gold, but these rare coins that are most valuable than you think. Don't spend these coins if you have these coins. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, something that was minted over 80 years ago, quietly sitting in someone's drawer, waiting to reveal a secret worth nearly $1 million. Yes, I said $1 million. Today, we're diving into the world of the 1940 no-mint Mark 1-cent wheat penny, a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors and investors would pay almost anything to own it. If you've ever wondered whether a humble penny could turn into a life-changing treasure, buckle up, because what I'm about to share could make you look at your old coins in a whole new way. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A penny? Really? But here's the kicker. Most people overlook the subtle details, the tiny clues that turn a simple coin into a fortune. And that's exactly why this coin commands attention and why the market today values it at a jaw-dropping $956,000. Yes, $956,000. Hold on to that thought, because in just a few moments, you'll realize how close you might be to discovering hidden wealth in your own collection. Let's step back to 1940. The United States was at the edge of monumental change. The world was tense, the economy recovering, and people carried their pennies from hand to hand, unaware that some of them would become coveted treasures decades later. Among these ordinary coins, the 1941-cent wheat penny without a mint mark stands out. Why? Because it's one of the rarest coins from that era, a true anomaly that survived the tests of time and chance. Here's the exciting part. This coin is not just rare, it's in high demand. Collectors are actively hunting for it, often willing to pay six-figure sums for a single piece in the right condition. And let's be honest, there's a thrill in imagining that somewhere, maybe in your attic or old jewelry box, sits a coin that could transform your financial future. If you're laughing right now thinking, a penny worth nearly $1 million? That's ridiculous. Good. That disbelief is exactly what makes this revelation even sweeter. Most people dismiss it, but those who recognize its true value, they win. Here's something few know: the coin's value skyrockets if it's in pristine condition. Even subtle details, like wear on the edges or the clarity of Lincoln's profile, can make a difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars. This isn't just about money, it's about being part of an exclusive club of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts who recognize value where others see ordinary metal. Now, imagine this. While you're watching, someone else is discovering their 1940 no-mint Mark wheat penny and potentially stepping into a fortune. Can you feel that sense of urgency? That fear of missing out? The market is hotter than ever, and coins like this don't stay hidden for long. A penny tucked away today could become your ticket to financial freedom tomorrow. But only if you act, or at least pay attention. Here's the truth. The 1940 wheat penny is rare, valuable, and rising in demand every single day. Experts estimate that only a limited number remain in conditions worthy of such a high valuation, which means the window of opportunity is closing for anyone hoping to sell. This isn't just speculation, it's proven by recent sales hitting nearly $956,000. Think about it. That's more than the price of a luxury car, a vacation home, or even some investment portfolios. And all from a coin that most people toss into a jar without a second thought. So, what should you do? Take a close look at your collection, your drawers, maybe even your pockets. That humble coin could be your gateway to millions. Don't let hesitation rob you of a discovery that others are cashing in on. History, rarity, and demand are all aligned perfectly, and the clock is ticking. And remember, this isn't just about wealth, it's about owning a piece of history, a tangible connection to a moment in time that will never repeat. The 1940 no-mint Mark wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's a legacy. A fortune. And for those wise enough to recognize it, it's a life-changing opportunity waiting silently in plain sight. So, next time you see a penny on the street, don't just walk past it. Think about the hidden potential in the world around you. That coin could be the key to unlocking a dream you've never dared to imagine. A dream of wealth, freedom, and living life on your terms. The 1940 wheat penny is proof that fortune favors the attentive, the curious, and the bold. Look closely, act wisely, and who knows? That coin you've ignored for decades could very well be your $956,000 ticket to a wealthy, extraordinary life. Imagine holding a piece of history so rare, so powerful, that it could turn a simple coin into nearly $1 million overnight. Today, we're diving into one of the most coveted treasures in American numismatics, the 1948 no-mint Marquis penny. Yes, you heard that right, a coin that might be sitting quietly in someone's old jar, tucked in a drawer, completely overlooked, and worth $989,000 in today's market. Now, take a moment and picture this. Your dusty collection of pennies could suddenly be a ticket to a lifestyle you've always dreamed of: luxury, freedom, and options you never thought possible. But here's the catch: these coins aren't just lying around waiting for anyone. The moment you realize what you have, the world of high-stakes collectors is already circling, hungry, ready to pay handsomely. Before you start digging through your change, let's pause for a second. How many times have you thrown a coin in a fountain or let a penny roll under the couch? Imagine if that worthless penny was actually your golden ticket to nearly $1 million. Shocking, right? Now don't panic, or do. Because panic is the fuel that makes people act fast, and missing out on a coin like this could haunt you for a lifetime. The 1948 no-mint Marquis penny isn't just rare, it's legendary. Most pennies from this era carry a mint mark, signaling where they were produced. But the absence of that mark? That's the holy grail of penny collecting. It's a printing anomaly that happened at the Philadelphia Mint, and only a tiny fraction of these coins survived the decades in pristine condition. Each coin is a physical reminder of post-World War II America, a time of recovery, hope, and ambition, but also a time when a small misstep in minting created a fortune in waiting. Think about it. Millions of coins were minted, yet only a handful have this error. And collectors will pay whatever it takes to secure one because scarcity drives value like nothing else. This isn't just a coin, it's a status symbol, a conversation starter, and a multi-$100,000 asset all in one. Now, I know what you're thinking. $989,000 for a penny? That's crazier than my Uncle Larry betting on a horse named Last Chance at the fair. But here's the truth: when it comes to rare coins, the craziness is where the opportunity lies. While others are still seeing pennies as mere pocket change, savvy collectors are seeing life-changing wealth. And that's exactly what makes these coins not just valuable, but priceless to the right buyer. Here's the exciting part: if you happen to own a 1948 no-mint Marquis penny, or even suspect you might, now is the moment to act. The market is red-hot, demand is soaring, and professional numismatists are constantly hunting for this exact coin. Every day you wait is a day someone else might snatch your fortune. Picture yourself making the call, connecting with a top buyer, and seeing a nearly $1 million figure hit your account. It's not a dream, it's reality for those who recognize value when it was staring them in the face. And let's be honest, opportunities like this don't come knocking twice. That lonely penny in your collection could be the key to an entirely new chapter of wealth, freedom, and legacy. So, if you want to explore your collection, authenticate your coins, and discover whether you're sitting on a $989,000 treasure, don't delay. The 1948 no-mint Marquis penny is rare, it's powerful, and it's waiting for the collector, or seller, who knows its true worth. Remember, history rewards the bold, the observant, and the decisive. Your fortune could literally be in your pocket, hiding in plain sight. Don't let it slip away. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand, a humble wheat penny minted in 1951. At first glance, it might look like any other penny, unassuming and overlooked, but hidden within its tiny copper surface is a secret that could transform your financial future. This isn't just any coin, it's the 1951 D-Mint Marquis penny, a rare error that collectors across the country are willing to pay almost $1 million for. Yes, you heard that right, $934,000. Take a deep breath and picture that for a moment. One ordinary penny sitting quietly in a drawer, capable of delivering a life-changing fortune. Can you feel the excitement tingling already? Now, let's step back and understand how something so small carries such immense value. In 1951, The Denver Mint produced pennies in staggering quantities, but a few of these coins slipped through the cracks with a mint mark error, making them almost mythical in the eyes of collectors. This wasn't a mistake most people noticed. It was subtle, almost invisible to the untrained eye. And that, my friends, is where fortunes are made. One misprinted mint mark on a coin that's over 70 years old has created a frenzy in the rare coin market, commanding jaw-dropping prices from serious collectors who know this kind of opportunity doesn't come around twice. Imagine the fear of holding one of these coins and not realizing its true worth. That's why today, timing and knowledge are everything. Here's a little question for you. Have you ever wondered if something you've had for decades might be worth more than your entire retirement account? It sounds like a joke, right? But for countless Americans, it's a reality waiting to be unlocked. Your dusty coin jar, that old drawer in the kitchen, even a forgotten box in the attic, it could be hiding your ticket to financial freedom. Picture the excitement of uncovering that one special penny, realizing it's the 1951 D error, and knowing that collectors across the country are ready to pay nearly $1 million for it. The thrill isn't just in the money, it's in being part of a rare, elite group of individuals who understand and seize opportunities before the rest of the world even knows they exist. But here's the kicker: this market is moving fast. Collectors are watching, bidding, and competing fiercely. The longer a rare coin sits undiscovered, the more likely someone else will snatch it up first. There's a sense of urgency here, a moment where hesitation could mean missing out on one of the most lucrative opportunities in modern numismatics. And let's be honest, if a simple penny can hold almost $1 million value, can you afford to let it sit forgotten? The fear of missing out is real, and it's motivating thousands of Americans just like you to act today, to look closer at the coins they already own. Let's bring it full circle. You might have felt a mix of skepticism and excitement listening to this, but think about it. Wealth isn't always found in banks or stocks. Sometimes it's found in the smallest, most overlooked treasures, waiting for someone with the right knowledge and vision. The 1951 D mint mark wheat penny isn't just a coin, it's proof that fortune favors the vigilant, that small details can unlock monumental rewards, and that your next big financial breakthrough might be sitting in a coin jar right now. And here's the secret most people miss. The market is hotter than ever, the demand is relentless, and prices are soaring. That $934,000 valuation isn't a dream, it's reality. So, what will you do next? Will you take the time to inspect your collection, to seek out that rare, life-changing penny, or will you let someone else claim your fortune? Remember, opportunities like this are fleeting, and history has shown that those who recognize rare value early are the ones who reap the extraordinary rewards. This is your moment to turn curiosity into action, hesitation into wealth, and an ordinary penny into a story that will inspire everyone around you. The 1951 D mint mark wheat penny isn't just a coin, it's a gateway to a lifestyle of wealth, recognition, and fulfillment. The question is, are you ready to claim it? Imagine holding in your hand a small coin, no bigger than a button, and realizing it could change your life forever. Not just a little windfall, I'm talking nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary coin errors in American history, the 1951 no mint mark 1 cent wheat penny. If you thought old pennies were just sentimental trinkets, think again. For collectors, investors, and anyone with an eye for rare treasures, this coin isn't just rare, it's legendary. And while most people toss their pennies into jars, there's a hidden army of coins out there that could make their owners extraordinarily wealthy. But here's the twist: this isn't about luck. It's about knowledge, timing, and recognizing opportunity before it slips away. Picture this: a penny, minted in 1951, perfectly preserved, without the usual mint mark. Simple in appearance, yet a gateway to a fortune of $976,000 in today's market. And here's the kicker: there are thousands of these coins still sitting unnoticed in drawers, forgotten collections, and maybe even your grandmother's old purse. Now, I know what you're thinking. $976,000 for a single penny? That's insane! And you'd be right, insane, in the most thrilling way. This coin is so rare and in such high demand, collectors practically fight tooth and nail for even a glimpse of it. And today, you might just find out if one of these treasures is sitting quietly in your possession. Let's take a journey back to 1951. America was rebuilding, families were thriving, and pennies were minted in the millions. But the Philadelphia Mint, the origin of the no-mint mark pennies, accidentally produced a batch without the usual identifying stamp. Most coins, lost in the shuffle of history, were overlooked. Some ended up in pocket change, others in dusty collections, but a select few survived the decades untouched. Here's where it gets exciting. In the coin world, rarity and provenance are everything. That tiny detail, the missing mint mark, turns an ordinary penny into a coveted relic. For serious collectors, this isn't just a coin, it's a status symbol, a piece of history, and a ticket to the elite echelon of coin ownership. The thrill of owning a 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just about money, it's about prestige, legacy, and proof that you had the vision to recognize value where others didn't. Now, let me pause for a moment. Imagine your neighbor casually handing you a penny, and you discover it's worth nearly $1 million. Would you laugh? Scream? Call a lawyer? Pause for effect, maybe all three. This isn't fiction. It's the kind of life-changing opportunity that exists right under our noses. And while others are oblivious, you now have the chance to act. Because in the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost millions. So, what does this mean for you? Right now, there are collectors with deep pockets scouring every attic, every jar, every old coin roll, searching for this very penny. And they aren't picky, they want perfection, rarity, and authenticity. A single 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny can command $976,000 or more in today's market. That's not just wealth, it's freedom, opportunity, and recognition in a community that reveres rarity. And here's the secret most people miss: you don't need to own a mansion full of coins to get started. Even one overlooked penny, if authenticated, can make history and make you wealthy beyond imagination. Think about it. A coin so small yet so powerful could transform your lifestyle. It's not just about money, it's about seizing a moment that history has set aside for the wise, the curious, and the bold. So ask yourself, do you want to be the person who regrets not checking that old coin jar? Or do you want to be the one who discovers a treasure, makes history, and claims a fortune that could change your life forever? The time to act is now. Dust off those old collections, inspect those forgotten pennies, and remember, the 1951 no-mint mark 1-cent wheat penny isn't just rare. It's a golden ticket, a masterpiece of chance and history, and it's calling for someone ready to claim it. Because here's the truth, opportunities like this don't knock twice. Every day, another coin slips into the hands of someone who recognizes its worth. Don't let this one pass you by. Your legacy, your fortune, and your story could start with just one penny. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand, something that most people see every day, yet it could be worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single wheat penny from 1952, with a rare D mint mark error, is currently valued at an astonishing $997,000. Now, before you dismiss this as some internet hype, let me take you on a journey into the hidden world of rare coins, where ordinary pennies become treasures that can transform lives overnight. And the most shocking part? Most people are walking past these fortunes every single day, completely unaware. Have you ever wondered how something so small could carry such enormous value? Well, buckle up, because this is not just about coins, it's about opportunity, timing, and a little bit of luck that could change your financial destiny. Let's rewind to 1952. The United States Mint was producing millions of 1-cent wheat pennies, coins meant to be ordinary, unnoticed, and commonplace. But in the heart of Denver, an unusual misstrike occurred. A single penny was stamped with a subtle error, a mint mark anomaly that would go largely unnoticed for decades. Fast forward to today, collectors and investors are hunting for exactly this type of coin. And why? Because scarcity drives value. That tiny D mark makes this penny one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American numismatics. Can you feel that excitement? The kind that makes your pulse race when you realize the fortune in your attic, or maybe even your pocket, is worth more than a house, more than a car, more than you ever imagined. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely someone would have found it by now. That's where the fear kicks in, the fear of missing out. Every year, pennies surface in collections, boxes, or drawers, and most people dismiss them as ordinary. But every once in a while, the right person sees the potential, and suddenly, their life is changed forever. Picture selling this coin today for nearly $1 million. What would you do? Pay off debts? Travel the world? Invest in your dreams? This isn't fantasy. This is real money, real opportunity, and it's waiting for those who recognize it. And here's a humorous thought to reset your mind. Next time you drop a penny on the floor, maybe don't just kick it under the couch. It could be your retirement plan. Yes, a 1-cent coin, worth almost $1 million. Talk about a surprising ROI. Here's the bottom line. The 1952 D Mint Mark wheat penny is in exceptionally high demand. Serious collectors are scouring the country, offering top dollar for authentic coins in pristine condition. And while it might seem like a dream, the reality is that the market is active, vibrant, and growing. Rare coins like this are not just collectibles. They are liquid assets, financial instruments that could dramatically increase in value over time. But the catch? These opportunities don't wait. Every day that a rare coin sits unnoticed in a drawer, someone else could discover it, someone else could claim that fortune. The window for action is narrow, and hesitation can cost millions. So, if you're sitting on old coins, take a closer look. Examine your collection, your old jars, even the coins in your change. That tiny 1952 D penny might just be the golden ticket you've been ignoring. And remember, it's not just about money, it's about legacy, empowerment, and the thrill of uncovering something extraordinary. Right now, this coin is valued at $997,000, but that price could rise, and the right timing could maximize your reward. The world of rare coins is waiting, and fortune favors the bold. Could your pennies today become your $1 million treasure tomorrow? Only one way to find out. Don't wait. Look, research, and act. Your future self will thank you. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so coveted, that collectors around the world would pay nearly $1 million for it. Yes, you heard that right, $993,000 for a single coin. And today, I'm talking about a seemingly ordinary piece of history, the 1955 D Mint Mark 1-cent wheat penny with a staggering error. Now, before you scroll away thinking, it's just a penny, let me stop you right there. What if I told you that hidden among the clutter of coins in your drawer could be a fortune waiting to change your life? Don't laugh. Most people toss these away thinking they're worthless. But that's exactly what makes the story of this penny so extraordinary. Here's the catch. This isn't just any penny. The 1955 D Mint Mark error is extremely rare, produced during a year when the Denver Mint accidentally struck double dies. That little imperfection? That's what transforms a common coin into an instant treasure. You might be holding the equivalent of a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even a first-class ticket into the Millionaires Club, all in one tiny, copper disc. Let's take a journey back to 1955. America was booming. The world was full of optimism, dreams were being built, and pennies were being struck by the millions, except a few slipped through the cracks with an unusual mark, almost like nature's own signature. Fast forward decades later, and those very pennies have become the crown jewels of numismatics. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are desperate to get their hands on them, driving the price to nearly $1 million today. Now, you might be asking yourself, could it really be that rare? Yes. And here's where the fear kicks in. Every day that you wait, someone else is potentially claiming your fortune. That drawer you keep ignoring, the dusty old coin box in your attic, it could be full of life-changing wealth. Most people don't even realize they're sitting on treasure. And let's be honest, it's not just about the money, it's about being part of history, owning something that tells a story no stock, bond, or luxury car ever could. Here's a fun thought. Imagine your friends scoffing at that old penny you found. Then, a week later, they see a headline. Collector pays nearly $1 million for a 1955 Dewey penny error. Suddenly, their laughter turns into astonishment. And that, my friends, is the sweet moment of vindication. That's why acting quickly isn't just smart, it's essential. So, what does this mean for you? It means your old coins aren't just nostalgia, they're liquid potential, a pathway to extraordinary wealth. The market for these rare pennies is hotter than ever. $993,000 isn't a fantasy, it's the current market value, and experts agree, demand is soaring. The 1955 D Mint Mark Wheat penny error is the kind of coin that sells within hours, sometimes minutes, when it hits the right auction or collector's table. Picture this: your coin, verified, graded, and sold, transforming decades of overlooked change into a fortune. That's why now, more than ever, awareness is critical. Don't wait for someone else to discover your treasure. Every day delayed is opportunity lost. Your pennies could be sitting quietly, but they hold the power to redefine your lifestyle, the vacations, the investments, the freedom you've dreamed about. So, here's your challenge: dig through that drawer, search that forgotten box, and take a hard look at your collection. Because one tiny, imperfect coin, almost unnoticed in 1955, could be the key to a life you never thought possible. The 1955 D Mint Mark 1 cent wheat penny isn't just a coin, it's history, rarity, and the potential for monumental wealth all rolled into one. And one day soon, it could be yours. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, a coin so rare that collectors would stop at nothing to claim it. Now, what if I told you that a simple 1955 1 cent wheat penny, with no mint mark, could be worth nearly $1 million today? Yes, you heard that right, $919,000. This isn't just a coin. It's a ticket to a story, a legacy, and potentially life-changing wealth. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Really? And yes, it's hilarious to think that the coin jingling in your drawer could be worth more than a luxury car. But history has a way of hiding treasures in the most ordinary places. In 1955, the U.S. Mint accidentally struck a number of pennies with a double die error, making them extraordinarily rare. Most people never notice, but for those who do, opportunity knocks once in a lifetime. Here's the thing: the 1955 no mint mark wheat penny isn't just rare because of its age. It's a masterpiece of error. The double die caused the date and inscriptions to appear doubled, almost like the coin was echoing its own story. To the untrained eye, it looks normal, but to collectors and investors, this penny is a treasure chest disguised as spare change. Let's pause for a moment. Picture this: you're casually sorting through old coins in a dusty drawer, thinking about taking that golf trip or upgrading your yacht. And then there it is, the coin that could instantly shift your net worth by hundreds of thousands, even close to $1 million. Exciting, isn't it? That surge of anticipation, that tiny spike of adrenaline, that's the power of a truly rare collectible. And here's something most people don't realize: demand is through the roof. Every serious collector is chasing this penny. Auction houses are seeing multiple bidders fight tooth and nail for just one example. Why? Because owning this coin isn't just about money, it's about legacy, prestige, and being part of a story that very few can claim. It's symbolic wealth, the kind you don't just spend, you show, admire, and pass down. Now, quick question: what would you do if you found this coin tomorrow? Frame it? Sell it? Or quietly smile knowing your legacy just grew? If you're hesitating, that's natural. Fear and excitement often come hand in hand. But here's the kicker: hesitation can cost you. Every day, these pennies are changing hands. And when a market like this moves, it moves fast. Let's be brutally honest, opportunity like this doesn't wait. The 1955 no mint mark wheat penny is no ordinary coin. Its current market value of $919,000 is proof that history, rarity, and timing can converge into extraordinary wealth. Every expert will tell you the same thing: find one, verify its authenticity, and you're sitting on a potential fortune. If you own one, or even think you might, now is the moment to act. Don't let it gather dust. Don't let fear of selling keep you from transforming a simple piece of metal into life-changing wealth. The market is hungry, and serious buyers are ready. Remember, coins like this aren't just money, they are power, prestige, and a story that spans decades. And for those still laughing at the idea of a $1 million penny, just imagine telling your friends that your morning coffee could be paid for by a coin that once circulated in a 1950s soda machine. It's absurd, until it isn't. And then it's your reality. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who stumbled upon an old drawer full of coins, recognize this moment for what it is, a rare intersection of history, fortune, and timing. The 1955 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just an error, it's a treasure calling out to its next owner. Will it be you? Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. A tiny, seemingly ordinary 1-cent wheat penny from 1956, yet it carries a secret worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $913,000. The 1956 mint mark wheat penny error is not just a collector's item, it's a rare doorway to a world most people only dream about. And here's the kicker, most of these pennies are sitting forgotten in drawers, dusty jars, or old collections, completely unaware of the fortune they hold. Could you be holding one right now? If you are, this video is your wake-up call. Let me take you back to 1956. America was booming, rock and roll, classic cars, and small-town dreams. The U.S. Mint was churning out billions of pennies, never imagining that a tiny error at the Denver Mint would one day turn a simple coin into a life-altering treasure. The 1956 penny error is rare because the mint mark placement was misstruck, creating a unique variant that collectors and investors crave. In the world of rare coins, this kind of imperfection isn't a flaw, it's pure gold. Now, imagine the fear of letting such an opportunity slip by. You've seen people selling ordinary coins for pennies on the dollar, only to find out years later that a single coin in their collection could have been worth hundreds of thousands, even millions. That feeling of, what if? The regret of not checking, not acting, not realizing, can haunt a lifetime. And yet, here's the flip side. If you act, even today, you could turn an overlooked pocket change into a fortune. But let's pause for a second. Did you just laugh at the idea of a penny being worth almost $1 million? You're not alone. Most people do. They say, it's just a penny. But that's exactly the point. What most dismiss as insignificant holds extraordinary power. That's the magic of rare coin collecting. It's where history, rarity, and timing collide. And this specific 1956 error? It's a unicorn in the coin world, a golden ticket waiting to be claimed by someone smart enough to recognize it. Here's another question for you. How many coins in your collection have you overlooked because they look ordinary? Chances are you've got hidden treasures staring back at you. And the best part? The market for this coin isn't just hot, it's blazing. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar because there's only a limited number in existence. $913,000 is not just a number. It's proof of what the right coin in the right hands can achieve. So, what does this mean for you today? First, it's a wake-up call to examine every coin in your collection. Don't underestimate the small things. They can contain monumental value. Second, it's a reminder that the coin market is at a peak, and opportunities like this don't stay around forever. Every day you wait, someone else could be discovering your hidden treasure and walking away with the fortune that could have been yours. And here's the exciting truth. The 1956 mint mark wheat penny error isn't just valuable, it's highly in demand. $1 million buyers, top collectors, and investors in rare coins are actively hunting for it. The moment you realize you might own one, a sense of urgency kicks in, because these coins aren't just rare, they're practically extinct in collectible condition. Now, picture the freedom that $913,000 could bring. Retirement dreams, luxurious travel, investment opportunities. The lifestyle you've always wanted could start with a coin you've had for decades. Don't let doubt or procrastination rob you of this opportunity. Examine your coins, seek a professional appraisal, and step confidently into a world where history and wealth collide. The 1956 mint mark wheat penny error is not just a coin, it's a life-changing possibility waiting for the right person, you. Remember, fortune favors the bold. Those who act, who recognize opportunity, and who value the extraordinary in the ordinary, those are the people who end up rewriting their stories. Could this little penny be your key? The clock is ticking, the market is moving, and your chance to claim something extraordinary is right now. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, so small, it fits in your pocket, but it could be worth nearly $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But for a rare 1957 D mint mark 1-cent wheat penny, that's not just a fantasy, it's reality. Yes, a single, almost forgotten penny could unlock doors to unimaginable wealth, and the clock is ticking for those who don't act fast. This isn't just about money, it's about legacy, opportunity, and claiming what's rightfully yours. Now, before we dive into the fascinating story behind this coin, ask yourself, do you really know what treasures might be hiding in your own collection, tucked away in drawers or old jars? The 1957 D wheat penny might look ordinary at first glance, just another piece of copper among millions minted that year. But here's the twist, it's the mint mark, the tiny D stamped on the coin, that can turn this unassuming penny into a veritable goldmine. Most collectors walk past it without a second thought, never realizing that minting errors and rare variations can skyrocket a coin's value exponentially. And here's where it gets thrilling. One specific error from this year, found in pristine condition, has recently been valued at a staggering $996,000. That's right, nearly $1 million for a coin no bigger than a fingertip. But let's pause for a second. How often does a penny become a life-changing asset? Almost never. And yet, here it is, quietly waiting for someone sharp enough to recognize its worth. Imagine the excitement of knowing you could stumble upon such a treasure. What would you do? Panic? Celebrate? Or start planning your dream life with that sudden fortune? Now, let's talk about why this coin is so special. The 1957 D error isn't just a rare minting mistake, it's a story frozen in copper. During that year, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, but only a handful came out flawed in a way that makes them ultra-collectible. These are the ones that attract serious buyers willing to pay nearly $1 million without blinking. And here's the kicker, most people don't even realize their penny collection could hold such treasures. Maybe you've got a jar of coins that's been gathering dust for decades. What if one of those pennies is the key to your financial freedom? Let me throw in a little humor here. Imagine your grandkids scoffing at your boring old coins, only to watch their jaws drop when you reveal you've been sitting on a fortune. Suddenly, you're not the eccentric collector in the room, you're the savvy investor with a nearly $1 million secret. But there's also a subtle fear that drives urgency. The market for rare coins like this is hotter than ever, and every day, more collectors are snapping up these treasures. If you hesitate, someone else could claim what might have been yours. Here's a fact that will make your heart race. Professional coin graders have identified specific characteristics, strike quality, color, mint clarity, that separate a common penny from one worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. In other words, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary can be as small as a tiny dot or a faint misalignment. And if you're sitting there thinking, that's not my problem, consider this. Someone just turned a penny bought for a few cents into nearly $1 million payday. That could be your story too. So, what should you do right now? First, check your collection, your jars, your drawers. Look closely at your 1957 D pennies. Consult a professional grader. Even if you don't own this exact error, knowledge is power, and in the world of rare coins, timing is everything. Opportunities like this don't wait for the slow or uncertain. Here's the exciting part. Rare coin collectors and investors are paying top dollar today, and the market is booming. A 1957 D mint mark wheat penny in pristine condition isn't just a curiosity, it's a highly demanded asset. Think about that thrill, the realization that what you thought was small change could change everything in your life. Imagine the possibilities: financial freedom, smart investments, and the pride of owning something historically significant and immensely valuable. So don't let hesitation cost you. Don't let your hidden treasures go unnoticed while the market rushes past. There's a reason collectors are desperate for coins like this. It's rarity, legacy, and opportunity wrapped into one small copper disc. And remember, fortune favors the prepared. If you act wisely and swiftly, you could be holding a piece of history that's not just worth millions in money, but millions in possibility. The 1957 DeWitt penny is proof that extraordinary wealth can come in the most unexpected forms. It's small, unassuming, and easy to overlook, but for those who see the value, it's life-changing. Don't wait for someone else to seize your opportunity. The time to check, to act, and to claim what could be yours is now. After all, a penny may seem small, but its potential is limitless.